What up, guys? We're eventually checking in. Nice to meet you. Got a great one for you today, guys. 6 life and money lessons learned from Michael Franzese, one of the highest paid bosses, capos of all time in the Mafia. Had his hand in everything: serial entrepreneur, businesses, car dealerships, nightlife, movies, you name it, he had his hand in it. At his peak, this guy was making $8 million a week. You heard me correct, $8 million a week. Not $8 million a month, not $8 million a quarter, $8 million a week. You do the math on that. Stay tuned. 6 life and money lessons learned from Michael Franzese.
All right, let's get right to it. Please, thank you, excuse me. These are things that he learned from his father. Guys, in business and life, have manners, have respect, be courteous, hold the door for people. It goes a long way when you use yes sir, no ma'am. It goes such a long way when you guys do these things because it shows respect. It shows that you were actually raised right, that you've come from a good family. Even if you didn't come from a good family, it puts you on a pedestal just that much more. So make sure that you have manners, you're courteous, that you have some respect, and you carry yourself with respect.
And we especially want to make this point even when it comes to emails and text messages. A lot of you tend to text messages like you Hulk Hogan, like you dumb words and whatnot, but in real life, you're really a nice, polite person, and that's how you should be. So make sure you check your tone in emails and text messages. That's gonna go a long way, because someone can misinterpret that email or text message and have an aggressive tone with you on the phone just off you misinterpreting your text message or email. And number 2, this is a crucial one, don't sleep on it. Before going into negotiation, you should know what you want and what you are willing to settle for. Do not step into negotiations blind, guys. Know your numbers and know your margins and know what you want, but also know what you're willing to settle for, as well as know the individual you're negotiating against individually as well as from a company standpoint. Know your numbers, know your thing. Think about it like this, guys. We know Michael's a Mafia Don, Mafia boss. Make him an offer that you can't refuse, but in real life, you really gotta be willing to negotiate and meet somewhere in the middle when you're dealing with business, whether it's home service based, digital product, whatever it may be. You must have those skills to articulate yourself to somewhat meet in the middle. When negotiation, it should feel like both sides are giving up a little something. So always know your numbers, know what you want, and know what you're willing to settle for.
Bend, do not break, guys. Jumping right ahead, guys. Do what you do best, delegate the rest. Guys, we are all experts at something. We are all good at something. Do that, stick to that, stay in your lane, but guess what? There's other things outside your lane that you were not good at. That's when you delegate. That's when you hire an assistant. That's when you hire staff and a manager and things like that, because they can be experts in that particular craft. That'll save you time, money, and that will help grow and expand your business.
At number 4, pay attention. The misery that you're going through now may be the blessing that you need later. There's gonna be a lot of obstacles on your entrepreneurial journey. Like we talked about, being an entrepreneur is a roller coaster ride with ups, downs, twists, and turns, and all sorts of things like that. So some of the challenges that you face at the 5K mark are actually preparing you for the challenges that you're gonna face at the 10K mark. Some of the challenges you face at the 10K mark are actually gonna be those challenges that you're gonna be able to face at the 30K mark. So always take time, take a step back to really see what's going on. And in that moment, we know it seems tough, like, man, this is tough, how I'm gonna make it through this, but you will make it through, and when you do get your breakthrough, you're gonna be prepared for what's next, the next obstacle. So do not sleep on number 4, guys.
All right, guys, the philosophy that you live by, chances are that is exactly how you conduct your business, guys. So if you are not morally sound, you don't have like a code within yourself, if you have no rules, you're just all gas, no brakes, you're not taking time to reflect, think about what you're doing, correcting mistakes. Guys, you don't have a solid philosophy about life in general, so how can you conduct business that way? Make sure that you have a moral compass, a moral code within yourself. You have things that you're willing to sacrifice, you have things you're willing to do, things you're not willing to do. You have to have that within yourself, because the philosophy that you have about life, chances are that's how you're going to conduct business. And you do not want to conduct business in a terrible sense to where you're losing your integrity and you're losing business because of your practices.
If you think about it, guys, and you study the Mafia, if you're just a fan of it, you enjoy reading the book. When the Mafia was at its peak, because it had a code, a moral compass, and standards. Not any old body could become a part of the Mafia. They had rules and principles in place that everyone had to follow and abide by. So that goes along those same lines with the quote. At number 6, it says, look before you leap, learn before you speak, and do not put your mouth before your brain. With all that being said, you really want to be mindful of how you're moving, how you're speaking, and how you're conveying your messages to people. You say the wrong thing, that can set you back. You say the right thing, that can set you forward. So you always want to make sure you're cautious of how you conduct yourself, how you communicate with people.
All right, guys, that's 6 lessons from a real life mob boss. Guys, as you can see, we learn from everyone. It doesn't matter who they are. You can take value from every single person who's existed on this planet, and that is what you have to do to succeed in this world. Hey, comment some things that you've learned from other real life gangsters, mob bosses, yes, cartel mobsters,
movies, whatever you Godfather, whatever.
Hey, comment below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us talk about some other topics down here in the comments below. Like, subscribe, live adventurously. The world is yours.